Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Yesterday we had massive profits on S&P 500. You can see we had almost 2.27% profits, and on Nasdaq it was over 3%. You can see this pump from green zone to sell zone. More than 3% profits on Nasdaq. This indicator worked out really well, and everything is working well. Even on cycle analysis, you can see on S&P 500 chart we are bottoming here. Yesterday we bottomed, and it's predicted perfectly this cycle bottom, and now we are getting ready for a rally. So we will review today other indices as well. Dow Jones, Russell 2000. We'll review crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We'll review commodities, gold, silver, oil, natural gas, and other commodities. And then at the end, we'll wrap up with FANG stock. Please hit the like button, guys, if you like the content. It only takes 1 second to hit the like. And please subscribe to my channel so you can get to know as soon as I upload videos. All right, so let's start with cycle analysis, SPX. Working out nicely here. So you can see we had cycle bottom yesterday and then we got a higher low and now we're getting a bounce. Okay, so if I see MES chart, you can see higher low. This is live futures and now we're getting a bounce. So now there are two scenarios from here, right? You can see this is my preferred scenario where I think we're gonna get probably a higher low. We won't be able to break this low, a high, and then we're gonna go make a new low and then we're going to go with a massive rally. That's my first scenario. Now my second scenario now looks like Google and Microsoft beat earnings. So second scenario is this could make a new high, all right, and then we make a higher low, all right. So this is going to be higher low. That means bottom already happened, and then we just keep pumping after that, all right. So these are two scenarios which I'm looking for, but regardless of whichever scenario you take, we're going to get a bounce in short term. So I'm going to go back to what I was saying before. So regardless of whatever scenario we take, we're expecting a bounce, this bounce. Okay, so this bounce is going to start already. This started. It's going to end mid of May. So next 2 weeks from now until let's say 2 weeks from now, I don't expect any dump. I expect either a bounce or just a chop around here, and then we're going to have a period of risk from mid-May to end of May. All right, so just keep that in mind. Hopefully this is helpful. And let's go side by side comparison. Those who are new, this is a side-by-side comparison where the left side chart is only for day trading, only for today's trade. Red lines are where we sell, green lines are where we buy, and middle line is neutral zone where we don't do anything. This is just a chop zone. So I short when it goes to red, I buy when it goes to green. And if you want to know more about these, there's a YouTube red icon in the description of this video right at the beginning. Click on it, subscribe, let me know your user ID on Discord. There's also a Discord channel link. You can join that and I will add you to members only section where I share these charts every hour. All right, so keep that in mind. Like yesterday, you can make profits in one trade, and that will be way less than the whole subscription fee. All right, so right now where we are in the neutral zone here. Okay, yesterday we were in a massive pump, buy from green and red, sold at red. Now we're in the neutral zone. Now there are two scenarios. We're gonna keep pumping. We go above 17,801, and that's a resistance, or we go down 17,517, and that's the support. All right, and let me zoom in this chart, and you can see here we made a recovery. We're kind of flagging right now on MES. We're having some resistance on there. This 20 white line 20 moving average, red line 50 SMA, facing some resistance here. So we need to break that. All right. Now, if I want to show you SPY, just for the sake of it, now we are opening on a gap up. Let me make this chart bigger so you can see this is SPY cash index ETF. You can see we are opening on a gap up. If I go to 1 hour chart, if I hide these trading hours, you can see gap up happening here. All right, so we could come back down all the way to fill this gap at 504 and then go higher. So I think that gap is now left, so eventually that will be filled. Now the other case is we keep going higher. There's a gap around 518. You can see this big gap here. They could keep pumping and then come back down later. Like I said, there's 2 weeks pump, and then in May, end of May, we'll have this downwards move. So there are a couple of scenarios which are in play. So we'll see which one plays out first. So let me go back to extended hours and then go back to daily chart on SPY. All right, so there you go. And if you want to see levels on SPY, some people like that to see. Let me show you SPY on the left side. Here you go. You can take a snapshot of this. Okay, so on SPY, that gap is in neutral level and the yellow gap is way higher, which I don't think is going to reach anytime soon. So keep that in mind, and I'm going to share these levels with my subscribers as well, so they know what's going on with the SPY ETF. All right, so let's go to Nasdaq. MNQ, here you go, MNQ. Same story here. After massive pump yesterday, now PCE data came, and now we are in the neutral zone, going to higher now. Sell zone is around 17,805, and anywhere here is a good time to take profits. If it comes down here, 17,500, look to buy again. Same story here. And if I go to triple Qs, there is a gap. Now we're opening on a gap up, so it's same scenario on here as well. We can see this gap is around 425, so they could come back to fill this gap, or they can keep going higher to fill this gap around 445. There's another gap there as well, so keep that in mind. All right, now let's go to other indices. Dow Jones, which is here. Okay, I need to turn auto on. Okay, so here you go. Dow Jones is also in the neutral zone. Dow Jones was the weakest yesterday, but again it also bounced. It went below third standard deviation and it bounced. So again, if you watch my videos how to trade this indicator, which I posted a couple of weeks ago, this was an ultimate buy zone here. All right, you all know that. All right, so right now it's in the neutral zone. And then Russell 2000 is also in the neutral zone, going towards sell zone. Also we had a bottom here around 17th, 19th of April. This bottom is consistent with bottom on every chart. You can see Dow Jones also had a bottom, Nasdaq also had a bottom, and then S&P 500 also had a bottom. So very consistent, but anyhow, it's in the neutral zone right now. So let's keep moving on. Tesla a little bit weak. I don't know what, there's some news going on, so it's just bouncing back and forth. Short term, it's in the sell zone. But if I look at the daily chart, let me expand a bit. Today's Friday, so I have a little bit more time to go into just a little bit more deep. So you can see it closed above 20 moving average after a while. Okay, now it has to be above 20. Next resistance is this gap fill 174, 175 area. All right, so it needs to really close that. And if I go to weekly chart, you can see it's right now a close above this level, which is the green line around 175 is very, very important. This hasn't happened since here, which is January. All right, so since January, we were not able to close above this level. And if we do that, and we dumped around 41%, and if we do that, that's going to be very bullish. You can see here, massive green candle above that close, and then here also above that close, massive pumps. All right, so I really want to see a close above green candle to be very bullish. Right now it's, you can see this green line is, which is 10 moving average, acting as a resistance all this time. All right, really want to close this. If we can do that today, today is Friday, last trading day, that will be bullish. And then it's going to be, we need almost 3.5% pump. Let's see if it can happen. And on a daily chart, it was going lower, and then momentum was building higher. Okay, you can see RSI was going higher, PPO was going higher, and we can even draw a resistance trend line to see what happened. We can do a trend line like this from here to here, something like that. All right, you can see, yeah, and you can see we had a breakout yesterday. All right, so that's the other thing. You can see resistance here, resistance, and we got a breakout. You can try it different ways. You can even do it this way, again breakout. This way is also breakout. I don't cannot do it this way. So anywhere you do, we have a breakout happening here right now. All right, just wanted to share some more details on Tesla because I love this stock. Anyhow, so next target is 175, then 188, in my opinion. All right, so let's keep moving. Gold. Let's see, gold pumping pre-market near resistance sell zone. Not interested to buy here. Silver is also trying to go towards resistance sell zone. Crude oil is bouncing after bouncing from this right side moving averages, yellow and red on this support line, white line, support here, support here, support here. Now it could come back, could make a lower high and then come back all the way down. But until that happens, I think it's still bullish because finding support on this moving average is short term in the sell zone as we're talking. Natural gas a bit weak in the buy zone, so you should be looking to buy today. Natural gas UNG is the ETF, or BOIL is 2x leverage, and on a daily chart looks like we already bottomed here around 14th of Feb near Valentine's Day, and next target could be 2.1898. All right, so keep that in mind. dollar index DXY near resistance. Since it came to resistance, struggling to break above that. All right. Bitcoin, all right. Bitcoin near neutral zone, but it came to buy zone yesterday, and I told this to my subscribers in my even in Discord channel. I shared it for free. You can join Discord for free, no issues there. Almost 4% pump came to buy zone, so this is a good area to buy. Now on a live future, it's making higher highs, higher lows. All right. So you can see here it's making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Sorry, lower high, lower low. So it could make a lower high again and then make a lower low. So you gotta uh, so this one, it really needs to pump from here to change trend. If it does not, if it goes down all the way like right now here, that's also a possibility. Okay, you can see it's lower highs, okay, and lower lows. Are we gonna get a lower low and then we pump, or are we gonna get a higher high and we're gonna get a higher low and then we're gonna change the trend on this. Okay, so we have to wait for that. But for now, it's lower highs, lower lows, so trend is really weak. And the other thing is, if you look at this PPO, oops, what did I do? Uh, I'm not sure where it went. Let me undo it. Here you go. Here you go. So you can see PPO. It's also below red line. Okay, green line is below red line. I want to see green line going above red line. All right, so you can see here green line. I want to see this reversal. I want to see this like this across. Until that happens, it's I don't see any bullish pressure right now on Bitcoin. BTC also, you can see there was a gap to fill, which I showed you yesterday. You can check my video. Right now, still same story here. Green line is still below red line. And on Ethereum, let's look at Ethereum. Here you go. Ethereum is here. Ethereum is also, give me a second, guys. Sorry, guys, I had to take a call. Okay, so Ethereum, again, same story, lower high, lower lows. And again, green line. Okay, for a change on Ethereum, I see green line above red line, which is good, but it's trying to move downwards. So I don't want this to go below. All right. So I just want it to keep going higher, but we have to keep a close eye on Bitcoin until that cross happens. I think it's going to be a bearish pressure on Ethereum as well. So that's on crypto. But if you ask my personal view, I think what most likely will happen on Bitcoin is we're going to get a lower high. All right, sometime in May, like we could get a pump with S&P 500, or we can just. I think I'm looking for a lower high and then gonna have a massive rally. This is what my hope is. All right, based on cycle analysis, I think we're gonna chop around here, go low, make a new low, and then bounce and make a new high. That's just my recommendation. It's up to you how you want to deal with it. All right, so on the side by side chart, now in the neutral line, we're going towards buy zone. 63,610, that's why you should be looking to buy. Ethereum also going towards buy zone, so the level is 3105. All right, Hang Seng Index, China, somebody asked me to review Hang Seng Index, so it's in the sell zone short term. All right, let's zoom in on this a bit. You can see, let me hide these lines, EMA lines. You can see on a daily chart, resistance, 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 and what we did today, we broke out. Now, one thing I want to be caution to you guys, there's a gap here, although not that big. You can see this day here exactly on 23rd of April, we had a gap up. It's going to come back to fill that gap at some point. I don't know when, I just marked it. But you can see we were making lower highs, and this is RSI is making higher highs. PPO, you can see massive divergence is also making higher high. So you can see we had a bullish momentum building up on RSI and PPO, and eventually we got a breakout now. All right. And once I bring in moving averages here, you can see now it's above all the moving averages. This is a very, very bullish development. Okay. So yesterday we broke out convincingly above all moving averages. This is 200 light blue line and red dark blue line at 200 EMA and SMA on a daily chart, and it broke out. All right. So we want to stay above this today. 2 days in a row, and that's gonna be a very good breakout and could be a nice start to a bull channel on Hang Seng Index. All right. So just wanted to share that. Hang Seng is looking bullish, but short-term chart today, if you want to do today trades, it's in the sell zone. I won't be interested in buying. I only want to buy in the green zone. All right, so that's my rule. Uh, I might have to wait for a while, but that's okay. but I only look to buy in the green zone like here. Okay, I want to buy here, like whenever the price comes here, take a profit 3.75%. I get a pump, and I can wait for a couple of days to go back in green zone. I can be patient. I have other indices I can trade, but that's my rule. And somebody wanted to check BABA, so I'm going to quickly check BABA at the same time because we are on Hang Seng Index right now. Here you go, BABA. BABA is also in the sell zone, and on a daily chart, let me quickly go through BABA here. Here you go, BABA. So this is the daily chart of BABA. Let me hide these EMA averages because it gets a bit cleaner. Okay, so Alibaba again, same thing. Okay, we were on this downtrend, we broke out. We can see same thing, same story as Hang Seng. We broke out of this trend line, and we were just shopping around here. Now this chart is full of gaps. Now again, there was a gap fill around this thing, 76.38. It's now opening on a gap fill, so I think I probably want to bring this down here because it's going to be another big gap. So Alibaba is going to fill that gap. Next target is 77.65. Now on a downside, also keep an eye. There's all these green gaps to fill as well. All right. So there's also this massive gap here. I don't know what was the reason it gapped up like that, but you can see every time we gap up, we come back to fill that gap. Gap up here, come back to fill that gap. So be careful, all right, guys, with these gaps. These do usually get filled 90% of the time. Just remember there are multiple gaps to the down as well. So in case we come back down here, make sure you have cash to buy it. All right. And when I bring in moving averages, it's still below this 200 EMA and SMA blue lines, but it's above all other moving averages, 50 EMA, 50 SMA, 20 EMA, and 20 moving average. So it's in the middle until it convincingly breaks above this 200 EMA. I will be a bit cautious. But for in the worst case, if it comes back, yeah, that's also a possibility. Just wanted to share this with you. And in the short term, also in the sell zone, so I'm not interested in buying Alibaba here. All right, so that's enough for Hang Seng Index. Let's quickly go and see what else is here. Let's quickly review other commodities very, very quick. Copper. Sorry, let me go back up. Here you go. Where's copper? Here you go, copper. All right. So copper in the sell zone, short term. All right, very, very bullish. Divergences. All right, so be careful here if you're trading copper. Palladium down, coming close to buy zone. Soybeans in the neutral zone. Wheat is massive break. Oh no, I did not get wheat. I think here's the wheat. Massive breakout above all moving averages. First time in a long, long time. So looking bullish. So now it's buy the dip. All right. Short term in the sell zone. So look to buy the dips whenever it happens. KOLD is also eventually, I think it broke out. Flagging. Next target is here, 200 EM in SMA. Right now close to the sell zone. Gold miners. Very, very bullish move yesterday from gold miners in the sell zone as we speak. Apple in the sell zone. Uh, and good thing it closed above 20 moving average after a while. But the next resistance is here around 173.76. Short term, it's in the sell zone. My rule is only to buy in the buy zone. Like Apple went to the green line here, touched green line multiple times a couple of days ago. That's when I buy. When it's in the sell zone, I don't even look at the stocks which are in sell zone right now. Right. Short term in the sell zone. Amazon massive pump after earnings on Google and Facebook, sorry, Google and Microsoft. So now coming a little bit lower, not sure why, but again, opening on a gap up. There's a gap around 173. They might want to come and fill that gap. Meta, Facebook. This is the one you want to buy. It's near buy zone. After earnings fell below buy zone. This is if you want to buy Meta. Don't buy Google and Microsoft. Look to take profits there. You can see this massive gap on Meta. This will be filled at some point. Google, massive earnings in the sell zone. I cannot even see the price action in the chart here, opening on a new all-time high with a massive gap up. I don't think it's going to fill first easily. So again, I think it's a good time to take profits if you're in profit. Microsoft also massive pump after earnings, opening on a gap up, but near resistance here. You can see all these moving averages are coming in the resistance in the short term. Netflix, Netflix in the neutral zone. Snowflakes pumping because of Microsoft in the sell zone. NVDA is pumping just because it likes to pump. trying to close this gap around 180, sorry, 844. Yeah, I don't think this gap is going to fill. Everybody was eyeing this gap. Let's see if it comes back later on, but this is huge away from where it is right now. AVGO is in the sell zone short term. AMD, AMD also, well, it's in the sell zone short term as well. Looks like it's finding support on this 200 EMA blue line. And Intel had a massive dump yesterday after earnings. And short term must be in the buy zone, so you can look to buy Intel for a bounce. And Shopify, the last one I want to review, it's also in the neutral zone. All right, let's just wrap it up with VIX. VIX, you can see there's a gap here around 13.03. There are no gaps to the top side. So if VIX, I think VIX is going to crush, and that's when we get this rally, which I'm expecting on S&P 500 next 2 weeks rally. VIX is going to crush, so I'm expecting very bullish rally. And then once this gap is filled, then we're going to get this downwards move. So next 2 weeks, I'm expecting a rally. So, okay, guys. So hopefully this was helpful. Please hit the like button on your way out, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.